computer is picking up a strange signal. Here, sir, you better take a look at it.
Hello listeners, and welcome to another episode of Life Through a Prism with your host Rob Tien. In today's episode I am continuing the series on my journey with conversion therapy, part 7. There is a trigger warning in this episode. Some may find the following content triggering, as there is a reference to domestic violence. In 2017, at the age of 47, I started my journey with slowly working through the trauma which had tangled me up in so many known and unknown ways. In a previous podcast, I mentioned a conversation I'd had with my dear friend Sharon Corvinus-Jones that I did not want to be around any longer. Sharon suggested a service called Choose Life Services, and with that I met my counsellor Tracy. I finally had found someone who I could be honest with, and someone who was not going to judge me. After a lot of my counselling sessions, I would go across the road to a local cafe and just stare out the window with a coffee in hand, just a slow unpacking of past trauma, one little thread at a time. As I was preparing to put my thoughts on this episode, I tried to find any information that I had written down in regarding to my counselling sessions. I was able to find a handful of notes that I had made while I was going through the counselling process. I'm not a very good journal writer in this case. I was asked 2 questions. What was the 20 worst things that have happened in my life? And what were the 10 best things that have happened in my life? So under the worst things that have happened in my life, when I was a child, because I was not very quick or good at picking up wood, going out into the bush, I had wood thrown at me, as well as a live chainsaw. I cannot remember the age. I was not able to give a correct wrench to my father. He threw a wrench at my foot and landed on my right foot. I cannot remember going to the doctors about it. Leaving home when I was around 15, the event that led up to leaving, a fight as usual occurred with father and mother. Arguing this night, he beat her and her face was bloodied. Becoming ill the first time. Talking to a uniting church minister for the first time, I tried to trust someone with my sexuality. Just a strong memory, but not much detail. But remembering this minister, it would have been a subject he would have not coped with, not a strong character. Going to Bible college in Melbourne and falling ill and trying to deal with my sexuality. Being too ill to not be able to find a career. Being diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. Having a relapse with different complications, being my left side weakness. Being shunned by the church. The 10 best things that ever happened to me. Found my belief system in 1986 and met my friend Sharon Corvinus-Jones in about 2014. So those were the things. I couldn't find 10 best things at the time. So not to feel that I'm all able to have the crumbs of life, not to feel that I'm standing still while the rest of the world is living. I'd also found these extra notes. I'm hoping that by dealing with issues that crop up, I can finally move forward in life. And if possible, live a life that decisions and choices to move forward in life, though hard, will not make me so emotionally paralysed that I cannot move forward. Looking forward to where I am today. At times I feel I've moved forward in leaps and bounds. Other days the crumbs feel like they're all I have. But there have been a lot more good days than bad. Till next time, listeners, take care. And bye for now.